How you doing? How you doing? And how you doing, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Petty, and I appreciate you stopping by today. And we're here to take a look at a game that has been absolutely blowing up this week, Valheim. If you haven't seen anything about this game, you must be in Texas and your phone's dead. I'm sorry. Good luck to everybody out there. It's been insane. This has been one of the most successful Steam launch games, especially in early access ever, period. In their first week, they've sold 2 million, and that was the numbers yesterday. I'm sure we'll see them continue to grow and continue to blow up, because this is one of the most fun survival games that I've put my hands on, and I think one of the reasons that it's blowing up is it's also relatively accessible. You're not going to be immediately starving to death for the first couple of days playing while you struggle to figure things out. There's some pretty cruel survival games out there. I'm looking at you, 7 Days to Die. I starved a lot of times in your game. And I was good. No, I wasn't. So, only other thing I have to say is if you guys can be my John Connors, help me defeat the machines. Smaller channels really get bullied by the algorithm, and unless we do really exploitive stuff, we tend to be at its beck and call for the most part. So any bit of support that you guys can show is very, very big. Liking the video, hitting subscribe. And when I do new games like this, the algorithm is more likely to not show it to other people. So comments on videos where we're trying new stuff is absolutely huge. But I really, really appreciate it. The stuff that we've been doing lately has really been helping, and we're seeing a plug up in the numbers. So I appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. But let's go ahead and give the people what they want, and let's get into this game. So immediately, what you're gonna want to do is probably listen to the bird. He's gonna explain some stuff to you. These rocks have to do with the gods that you're going to have to be fighting. And the first one they're gonna send you after is this little guy here. I recommend getting yourself somewhat set up before you try and fight him. Because keynote, once you summon him, he here. It don't matter if you die. If you die, he's still here. So I spent a little while last night having to zerg my way back to my body, get my axe, go back and keep fighting the deer. And there were some better options on the table than I was aware of. So I don't recommend that. But immediately, you want to start doing stuff like this. A little bit of stone, a little bit of wood. You need to pick up stuff off the ground. Early game, there's not really too many crazy things that you want to keep an eye out for, but one of the most crucial, and there's a little bit in front of me by these little guys over here, this little guy Flint right here. Now Flint is super, super important. You need that for making upgraded tools. You also need that to be able to make stuff that will increase your level for your workbench. So it's pretty important stuff, but it's a little hard to find because it only spawns around water. If you're running through the middle of the forest out there expecting to find yourself a little bit of flint, you ain't gonna find it, boo. You ain't gonna find it. Has to be around a little bit of water. And you can kind of dodge enemies you're not trying to fight, obviously. Like, these guys ain't hit me yet. I got them jukes. But bodies of water are where you want to be looking for flint. Boy, I see you guys back there. We don't have anything yet, so I probably shouldn't be just running past enemies. The name of the game right now is to find wood, branches, and stones so that we can make our first axe. Probably should get a little bit away from the beach, because all we're going to find is the flint stuff. Oop, there's one. There's one. How you doing? How you doing? Alright, now there's no real super great guide to this except, you know, they'll be on the ground. You can try and punch some of these smaller trees. You can do a little bit of damage to them with your fist. But you might have some friends around, so you might not really have the option of being able to just stand there and beat the tree. So we still need, 3 more rocks and 2 more pieces of wood. Alright, so we gotten that. Ooh, 2 pieces of flint? Making me feel pretty right now. How you doing? Alright, let's try over here, see if we have any more luck with a little bit of stone here. Alright, well, we're going to get the rest of the wood that we need right here. And that's the crow that's going to tell you what to do, give you some advice and everything. I wish he just showed up with some stone, but that's cool. You're definitely helping, bird guide. Definitely not at all a leech. Alright, so we're good on wood, but boy, we going to need an axe. We going to need an axe. Where is this stone at? Oop, we just passed a few. Really, this part is just about keeping your eyes open. and for, you know, little obstructions on the ground. Some of the bigger rocks like this you can't do anything with until you get a mining pick, which you need to kill the deer boss before you'll get your first mining pick. So don't worry about big rock right now. One day that'll be easier. One day. Oop, there's one. Alright, so, oop, yep, and we got enough. Alright, so, axe is the absolute first must craft. We're gonna, you know what, go ahead and kill some of these guys real quick. Excuse me, sir. I am just trying to enjoy my time in this game and try and show some people some shumshin. Alright. So, oh, deer. Those will come up later. So, these guys drop lizard tail, which you can actually cook, though you can also just get meat from animals and cook that, and that's in no short supply. Once you get going, it is not difficult to be able to feed yourself. And the amount of leather that you need from both deer and boars, you're going to do a lot of hunting. So, I'm going to go ahead and try and get enough wood up for us to do a couple of things, so see you in a second, boo. Oh, though, real quick, important note, and we'll cut down this first tree to show you. I'm not going to do it, but just to make you well aware, yeah, once it's fallen like that, don't be standing under it, because it'll crush you. And it can move around after you've cut it, so if it rolls into you while you're just chopping away at it, you're going to take some damage, boo. So just be careful about that. Alright, so now we're time skipping, and I'll see you guys here in a minute once we've gotten some wood up. Alright, so we've cut down 2 trees, and we got a decent amount, but I want to go ahead and try and get max stacks real quick. We definitely do not have the durability to be able to take down 3 trees with our first axe. So we need to get a workbench up so that we're able to repair the axe. So I'm hitting these little trees real fast just because I know I can knock them down, and I was trying to get a little bit extra wood, you know what I mean? Though you could definitely probably just knock down one big tree and then do a couple of these and then be able to get rolling. But I want to be able to, you know, do a little bit, show you a little something, defend my life a little bit. Come here, buddy. Get out of here. Yeah, it's rude. It's rude. Alright, so now that we have lots of crap, we need stone. Alright. And now that we've actually found a little bit of stone, we went ahead and crafted a hammer. Oop, and we're getting hit from behind. Sir? Sirs? A couple of you? I just need a little bit of peace right now, okay? And we are now broken without an axe. Okay. But you can get a decent amount of wood. So we got a full stack and then some. We did craft a hammer, which takes 3, and then 2 stone. So I definitely recommend that, because you can destroy all of your buildings super, super easily in this game. So you're not super dependent on choosing the perfect location and getting your building correct right off the bat. I was just playing a bunch of Rust. Rust is very much a you can't make another decision after you've already built something. You're stuck with what you got unless you want to break it by hand, which takes a while and takes a lot of resources. So don't worry about that in this game. But to be able to start really get going, you need to be able to craft a bench. Now, couple of things about the workbench. It's the first one you make, you can just destroy and then build another one inside your house once you have your house set up, but you have to have a workbench placed, and it has to have a roof over it for you to be able to craft some stuff. So let's find us a nice plot of land real quick. So this is all too close to these, but I like to build kind of close to them anyways. So maybe we'll build our stuff over here in this little fieldy place here. If we can find enough level ground to be able to do that. Alright. Alright. I don't like that you keep lighting up, and I just want a nice solid area where it feels... Okay, okay. That seems like got a little bit of time. Okay. So, go ahead and... Alright, now we got a boar on us too. Boy. Alright, so we got our bench placed. I'm just going to beat some stuff to death real quick so that we can start doing some things. Oh, now y'all good? Y'all good? Okay. Okay. So, right off the bat, if you don't want to worry about building a house for yourself yet or anything like that, you absolutely don't have to. You kind of need to be able to sleep in a bed at night to be able to skip night, because stuff will try to bully you at night. But if you're a really sweaty player and you want to min-max your time, all you have to do starting off with these is put 3 walls and then some roof around them, and you should be able to use your bench. Gentlemen, I am still in the middle of something. Okay? Okay, you're just gonna walk away now? Everything's cool? Everything's cool? Till I turn around and start trying to record again? Okay. You lucky all I got's a torch right now. You lucky. But alright. So, right click, go into this. We're gonna go ahead and select wood walls. We want to throw these up next to this guy. You use your mouse wheel to be able to turn it, which is recommended. Alright, so we'll just place that guy there. And you very much want to, you know, if your inclination is to immediately go over and try and place a piece over here, not a great plan. Not a great plan. You want to stick to connected pieces. This game is a little choppy sometimes with the building. So you wanna hold its hand a little bit. And I might have actually put this too far away on this side. So let's see if we can get a wall in here still, or if it's gonna be mad at us. You mad at us, bro? Nope, we're good. We're good. We're good. We got a problem though. How you doing? How you doing? Oh, what happened? What happened? You should have left me alone. What happened? All right, so we got a workbench. We got some walls around it. So the way that I did mine, and I'm kind of a fan of it doing it this way, because I then use this as part of my base later on. So we'll put some floors up there. Then we're going to bust out that thatch again. And now it's got somewhere to sit, nice and pretty and above. If we can get it to sit up there. Come on, buddy. What if we come to this side? What if we try to turn you around the other way? Yeah, that's the good stuff. Alright. And now we have a workbench, ladies and gentlemen. So the other reason that I really like doing this is because this is pretty easily jumpable from this back side. And I will essentially build a wall around this. Actually, I think I can show you the pieces now. So I'd essentially have walls going around either side. Nope, that's not it. There's the wooden gate. So gate right here. And you don't need to do this immediately. I'm just trying to show you guys real fast how I set up my base in my first game. So then I would have my, imagine that there's a house back here and a compound and all of that good stuff, right? So when I'm in my base, let me get out of the hammer because I can't do anything with the hammer. I can leave my base by just jumping up here, or I can stand up here and shoot stuff that's coming at me from outside of my base. So I highly recommend, your first workbench being this kind of place set up, with in mind that you're eventually going to work on all that. Now, at this point, you could go ahead and start trying to farm up all of your animals. Also, we definitely have to repair some stuff, but bam, bam. But if you want to go ahead and start working on your house sooner than later, you definitely want to grab this hoe as soon as possible when it comes to when you really start building, because this will, allow you to flatten out level ground. Guy rock for me? Nope. Got some flint though. How you doing? Man, we're gonna be able to make a flint axe before we even fight anything. That's crazy. Alright, so we're able to actually make a flint axe super quickly, which definitely, if you spawn by water, isn't a bad thing to kind of go for, because it does much better damage than the stone axe. So you'll be able to kill enemies faster with it, and you'll be able to farm wood with it much, much quicker. Alright, now let's see. Let's go ahead and bust this out. And essentially what you want to do with the hoe is make sure it's set to essentially level ground. And then you just want to carve yourself out a nice little spot. It does take stamina up to do, so if you're like, why isn't it going? You're getting a little tired, boo. You need to slow down a little bit. There we go. Getting a nice little patch for ourselves set up. Now, you really only need to kind of flatten out and level out the ground that you think you might actually use for building or as space to run around inside of your compound. Boom, boom, boom. Feels like a nice, good area. Can't do anything with these rocks until we get the pickaxe, unfortunately. So let's go ahead and just... Do we have... No, we do not have the wood for this. Just kidding. We're going to go farm some more wood real fast. And then you should be able to should be able to get your first base going. Alright, so we got a little bit more wood, so we're going to go ahead and actually start setting up our real house. Now, there's a couple of things that you can do. You can use wood poles so that you can build your house up in the air. You could do what I did at one point, and literally I have a crawl space for my house. I put this all around as the foundation and then built my floors and walls up from that. So I was up off the ground. In my head, I was like, oh, that'll keep me warmer. I don't know, bro. I don't know. My brain confuses me too. But we're trying to do just something real quick and easy, and if you guys want to do something more complicated, you can definitely throw down a more ridiculous one. But we're going to go ahead and just keep it nice and simple here. And we're going to have a little surprise buddy on the back of the house over here, okay? So at this point, you might have been tempted already to make a fireplace. It doesn't cost a ridiculous amount of resources but to get up and going as quickly as possible. Actually, we're not even going to have the stuff to be able to make a campfire, are we? Nope. We need a whole bunch of stone for that. Just kidding. Back to farming again. So we are now rich with stone. Just kidding. I think we only have like 9. 10, baby. Look at them double digits. We're killing it. We're killing it. Okay. So what we want to go ahead and do is place a campfire right about, I feel like that's a pretty good spot. Yeah. Alright. Then we're going to go back and we're going to, whoop, there we go. I'll put some walls around this bad boy. Because we need a little heat inside our house. Actually, I think that first wall is backwards. I'm pretty sure that those bars are supposed to be facing inside the house. But not 100% sure on that one. But bam. And now I guess we can put, you know, walls on the rest of our house too. I'm going to go ahead and have the front door right meow. So we're going to leave that spot blank. Bam, bam, bam. Bam. Look at that. Look at that. And then actually... very important thing I'm going to mention right here. So you don't have to do this everywhere in your base, but wherever you're planning on putting your bed, you cannot just have one-story things and then a bed right there. Because when you wake up in your bed, you'll be stuck inside of your bed and you won't be able to get out. But I know I'm going to put my bed on this side, so we're going to throw up little baby half walls right here. Do-do-do, just so that part of the roof's a little bit higher, you know. Just a little bit, just a little bit. And then we'll go ahead and start. Oop, we do not box that up. That is the one thing that we do not box up. And go back to our little walls here. And bam, look at us. We have a house, kids. And I don't think... What do we need for a bed? Oh, we need just some more wood. Back again. Quick thing to note, while you are running around gathering all your wood, if you happen to come across any of our little boar buddies over here, you can basically just sprint at them and start hitting them. If they notice you before you reach them, they'll squeal, they'll charge at you, so they're not going to run away. They're pretty easy source of meat, and you need so many leather scraps. These things right here, you need so many of them. So if while you're going around like me and having to farm a bunch of wood because we didn't get enough in the first place, it's probably a smart idea to kill every boar that you can find. We're coming together here. We're coming together. So let's go ahead and throw down our bed so that we at least spawn here the next time we get super murdered. And it'll glow red if it's in an unplaceable spot. You kind of want to maximize your space as much as possible. So doing that's not a bad idea. Though someone might be able to, if you're playing on a online server, placing stuff that far out might give them the ability to break it through the wall, so just be careful about that. But if, you know, you're just playing your own solo thing, it don't matter, you're fine, you're fine. Alright, so let's go ahead and throw a front door on this baddie. Ba-ba-ba-bam. Can't open the door if you have your hammer out. But yeah, we got a little house. And we do need to talk about something else real fast. So, with your base, if it starts raining, it'll usually put out your campfire. campfire needs to be able to breathe enough that essentially, like, if we tried to throw some thatch roof over or something over this, house would fill up with smoke. It would do damage to me if I was in there, and then the fire would go out. So you need... Okay, so we had to do a little remodeling because my house decided it wanted to kill me instead. But this is a pretty quick, pretty basic, fast house that you can slap together. We've got space for a bed over here. We've got room for a hearth and everything. So we can also set up our ability to cook inside. Where you at? Where you at? There you is. There you is. Make sure we turn that nice and pretty. And bam. We're going to start cooking some meat. Important thing about cooking food once you get to this point in your setup, or if you just build a campfire in the middle of the woods and start cooking there, is you're looking for a very specific audio cue that these are done. There's not too much visually that you'll be able to see unless you're like hard watching while they're going. If we just give it a second, yeah, there we go. That little pop and sizzle. Now we got some grilled necktail. Couple of things to touch on with food real quick. I unfortunately don't have any like regular meat from boar or deer to show you right now, but you want to be able to eat multiple types of food. You can have, essentially there's 3 slots down here. You can have meat. You can do basically any 3 foods whatsoever. As long as they're not the same food, they count as a different thing and you can eat them. So mushrooms, berries that you can find laying around the ground, grab all that stuff as a brand new player. Another big thing with berries and mushrooms is you can train boars with them, but that's going to have to be a whole video in and of itself, because to even get near them, it's enough to try and feed them. Like, it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. Don't even worry about trying to train boars yet. Just put it in the back of your mind that training boars is possible. One day we will have a boar farm. That is not going to be today. So food's important. Eat a couple different foods. It plays into your stamina regeneration, your health regeneration, all that stuff's super important. So, you know, eat some different foods. So we've got a house, we've got a bed, we've got something to cook. We can sleep through the night without being murdered through monsters. And we now have an actual set spawn point, which is good. So, it's a couple of things that you can do from here. Come on. So, key thing, there we go. We're not stuck first thing in the morning. Now, ideally, if you were actually setting up this as your base, you would probably want to finish those walls, but I don't think I have the wood to do it, so we're not going to worry about that right now. Just imagine that there's walls that wrap around and come over to the side of the house here. It's fine. It's fine. You guys have imagination. It's cool. So now there's a couple of things that you want to start looking for on this. Ideally, you really need a bow before you start going after the deer god. You can do it like I did and try and just hunt deer with axes. The hunting system in the game is very interesting. You can get kind of close to them. Creeping takes your stamina, so you have to stop moving. If something sees you while you're standing there, it's going to alert them. This isn't Skyrim Sneak, where once it's high enough, you can just stealth in front of stuff. Or maybe it is at endgame. I honestly can't tell you. But for you new players trying to get your first stuff, getting close enough to whack these dudes with an axe is legitimately possible, not necessary. So don't even worry about hunting deer until you get that bow. Because, I mean, I'll show you real quick, but it's slow goings. Slow goings. I'm going to stop in this bush, wait for him to be distracted again and start eating. Actually, I'm going to switch to the axe that does more damage. He's alert right now. We don't want to go for him. If we move, he's going to probably spot us. We want him nice and, just eating something. Go ahead and stick your head down. Don't start moving. Don't start moving. Alright, we might have to see if we can take this opportunity. Alright, he's looking that way. That's good enough. Hiya! Alright, and now you need to wait for either try and catch him again, see if he runs into something that you can hit him with. Or you have to wait. You have to wait. Now, any deer you spook, once it's done being spooked, it'll actually try to come back to the area that you found it originally. I don't know if that's an intentional design or what, but we're just going to hang out here for a second, see one of these old boys comes back. This old boy should come back. It just might take literally like 30 seconds to a minute before he decides like, oh no, I'm safe now. Oop, oop, nope, I can see him coming over the hill. I see him. I see him. Look, he's already coming back. Alright, so this is a strategy for hunting deer, but it is incredibly slow, and the bow will literally drop them in one shot. So I don't really recommend this option. He's... maybe we can get him. As long as if he turns around... we've made a terrible mistake. Yeah! Okay, but you need to get a lot of deer, so that's not enough right there. You will spend an hour trying to hunt deer with an axe. So, again, while it's possible, perfectly possible, while you're running around getting all your wood for your base over there, you want to get all of those boars, like we mentioned earlier. Boars are where you get the actual leather scraps from. Oh, why there's so many deer here. Deer spawn in meadows. Boars are mostly in forested, kind of areas. But you will catch them by water from time to time. There's just all the deer in the world here. Yeah, it's your buddy I want. So again, this is the slower option if while you're running around gathering resources, you spot boar, you want boar. Alright. If you run out of stamina while stealthing, you will just straight up lose. There we go. There's the sneak attack. Okay. Nope, and we got trophy. You need 2 of those trophies to fight the deer boss. But again, you want to do a little bit more and get a little bit more together. Now, we saw a boar running over here before. He might be gone now. And you're not going to have an easy time trying to chase these guys. You can chase them. If they run into something and get held up for a second, you'll be able to swing on them. Yeah, like that. Like that. But otherwise, you're not going to catch a deer by literally chasing after it. So you have to do the sneaky hunting stuff. But once you get the bow, you're able to get plenty of deer stuff. And you really, at that point, just want to be farming resources. You need a lot of leather. And I'll go back to my base to kind of show you guys the other stuff I'm talking about. There was one. Hey, buddy, 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 buddy. Hey, buddy, 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 buddy. Hiya! Okay. Sorry I had to do you like that, buddy. I don't think you want to be by here, son. I think you want to leave. I think you want to leave. Okay. Alright, so the stuff that you want to essentially be working towards being able to make is first a chopping block. Now you want this near your workbench so that it's essentially, see how there's like a trail going over to it? It's now powering up our workbench and making it a little bit better. Once it's upgraded, you can craft some new things. Mainly just some more serious armor, which is what you're going to want to make, as well as some shields before you try and go fight the deer god. And really, that's just about it for new resources and everything. After you kill the deer god, it's going to tell you that you need to go into a, deep, dark, scary forest to find the next thing and everything. That's typically pretty close to where you spawn. You should come across a field somewhere. There should be a stone like one of those up there that'll tell you basically like, hey now, slow down, adventurer. You might want to just stick in these meadows, dog, or you might die. You're going in the right direction if you see that. If you don't see that, you might still be going in the right direction, but that's one of the easy telltale things that you can find to kind of let you know, like, yes, you are heading in the right direction. And usually it'll be a much thicker tree line across the field that you can kind of tell, like, yeah, it's a little bit different. That's a little bit different. But yeah, that should really be all you guys need to kind of get rolling in your first day. I'm probably going to do a live stream here in a little while with one of my buddies and everything while we try and get started on a server together. And yeah, we'll probably do some more Valheim content because this game is popping off in a ton of fun. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. If you did, I would love for you to be my John Connors. We covered that in the beginning, but I just want to say it again. Actually, I hate saying it. I now have to like try 4 times to record an intro because I keep getting stuck on saying all that stuff, and I hate it. But it is really helping the channel, so I need to be better about that. So I'm going to do my best. But thank you guys so much for stopping by today. You're going to have to catch your boy in the next one. We have to Alt-Tab to be able to hit the button. There we go. All right. See you guys later. Deuces. Oh, I missed the button. All right, bye for real.